he was. If you could make that run squeaky with just the axle on the fire, that's an engineering one. The guy used to come round and had I think it was a 2-inch sentinel wagon. He used to sit on it. He wasn't a small lad. He must have weighed about 18 stone. He sat on his farming down. And he used to say, "I'm the shop." And you mean it then? There you see Mark, and we'll give you a course back rather as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
We have Rex. Oh no, that's Glenn. Then we have Rex. And Ted thinking he wants to go and see what Rex is up to. And last but by no means least, we have Lassie. Lassie is the old lady of the team here today. She's now 11 years of age. And there we go, on the word of command. But Lassie, you can see, just dawdling a little bit. So 5 sheep there. Now these sheep came out of the main flock this morning, and they will go back there once their isolation facilities are over in their time. So these sheep are what are known as North Country mules. We buy them in from the north at this time of year as ewe lambs, and then we run them round for a year. So these ones will soon, towards the end of the month, beginning of next month, they will go to the ram, ready to lamb in March next year. Now there are many people who actually lamb them as ewe lambs, but that doesn't work for us. The way we do it, it suits our farming system, and also means that we have sheep to bring to shows such as this during the summer months, of which 280 is arable and the remainder is grass for the sheep. There's a flock of 400 breeding ewes, and these lamb during March. So during the summer months we have in the region of 12 to 1500 sheep on the premises. So these dogs do know what a proper day's work is all about. They are out there every day with David to do the shepherding. Not all 5 in one go though. Normally he would take 2, 1 or 2 with him. And then he is very good that he takes out one lot and then comes back, and when he's doing the next lot of sheep he takes the different dogs. . 。  . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . see David now taking these sheep up towards the obstacle, and they're going very nicely through it, and I can assure you they haven't been trained to do that. I do think the trailer seems a nice haven. Now Glenn will come round and hopefully push them out and round. Oh, there they go. With just two of them in a field a lot larger than this arena. So David has trained all of these dogs himself. And the training usually begins when they're about 5 months old, but just like us, it does depend on the interest and ability that they show at that time. And normally by the time they're about 12 months old, they would be what we would call fully trained. But it's only fully trained as in you coming out of university. You think you know everything, but the practicalities have still got to be learnt. So really they are fully qualified, fully trained by the time they're about 3-4 years of age. So there you'll see David just holding that pen open. Oh, and they're being really good girls, are they, at the moment? See, just getting those dogs to close in to get that final one there.
They're knocked out. Very good on the start. Now they need to run them out. So again, go to the doctor and have plenty of full vessel. And then they can hopefully get to do their hospital.
And there they go through that. All uniform pen. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Please give these children a big round of applause and thank you very much for helping us. And we look forward to seeing you
older. In 15, 12, 10, 5, and sometimes 3 ton if they're being used for rolling pavements and things like that. Now I'm coming in here at the moment, up to 35 months at the top. There's a chap called John Anderson, who was a road designer, bridge builder, ex-soldier, blind from birth. Amazing, how do you do that? Anyway, he came up with the idea of building roads up that they were putting themselves up with surrounding countryside and going either side, which is why they're called highways. Oh, there's the thing. But if you want to renew the surface, you need to be able to rip up the old one. And the Scariton on the back there has a great big tine that comes down. You can see it on the back there where it lands, and you polish it up. And that was the first job we had as an apprentice, making the boiler back. You worked up from there. They came back with the superheater disconnected. And it wasn't until the mineral was discovered in America, and the chemists got to work, that steam oil, as all these guys here will know, was invented and can withstand the tremendous heat. It doesn't have the rubbers on, it's got the metal springs on the back wheels. My father was involved in ploughing in the early part of the last century, about 1910, at that time. It has got rubbers on, but it doesn't know it's got the springs. It's an optical delusion. Anyway, this horse was terrified of steam engines. If it saw the straight marks in the road, it wouldn't go down the road at all. It just wouldn't get to go down there. And one day he was driving this horse along one of those sunken lanes that you get. It had a fence across the top, in the open field, and the sun came out. And normally, this one's exhausting on the ground. Normally you would feed the exhaust to the radiator at the front, which becomes a condenser. Water condenser goes into the hot water at the bottom, and then gets pumped back into the boiler, so it goes round again. You can use that several times. A slightly unusual machine is the winch on the front, which is driven by the engine. Of course, you also get crane engine. You get a big jib on the front for lifting loads around. Of course, they would originally have been made for lifting boilers in the yard where the engines were being built. And of course, it's only a matter of time before somebody sticks their head in the door and says, "Oh, can you come and give us a lift with you?" A little while ago. Well, that's the result of that conversation. Followed by a C-type timber tractor, so overtime. Again, you would add a winch underneath to pull the, of course that adds to the weight of the engine if you're trying to put a heavy load down to the sawmill, the timber trove and all that sort of thing. Helps with traction. The yellow foam wagon here, overtime. The motion work is on top of the boiler exactly the same way as it is with a traction engine, then feeds down to the rear axle via that great big wheels at the back. So it sort of became a track roll. And the other thing they forgot to do when they put the wheels on was to cross the changeover. So the thing was running under helm up, like telling it, you could steer it, go left, all that sort of thing. That was a bit of fun. We do some crazy things on these roads. What have we got coming in now? that one's going by. That is going by the end there, 5-ton machine. They made those in response to a change in legislation which allowed you to have a 5-ton machine and just have one person on the foot brake. So I'm saying earlier, it causes great confusion with the full-size engines where you get a problem and the police are going to talk to the guy with his hand on the steering wheel. Show me there, but that's it, I think it is. Full-size, that would be nice. It was one of the rallies some years back. We took one of the burdens out on a road run. Found yourself going back in the field, followed by a brand new lorry which had simply come out of the works the day before, and it turned out that it was the very last Bowden wagon to leave the works. And there we are, a tremendous amount of moving power. We're coming all together, a heavy oil engine which you started up with a blow lamp. You had a sort of cast iron bulb thing sticking out the end of the cylinder. You heated that up with a glow lamp, maybe the glow plug if you like, and then you started it up. Oh, I've got a bit of earthing in the way. Half a ton of earth metal doesn't make the radio bike work too well. If you go chip-chap because in one direction you've just got an empty cylinder with the piston going along, and coming the other way, of course, it's got the piston rod in there, which takes up a fair amount of the space in the cylinder. So the capacity is somewhat dropped in the opposite direction, so the exhaust note changes slightly, so you get that chip-chap sound. That's why they do it. Valve gear on these things is usually just a plate sliding backwards and forwards on top of the cylinder, and you'll hear the big Cummins engine, the generator, they shut the power, shut the steam off, and you go tick 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 if you're stopping. That's the plate that operates as a valve, just lifting slightly off the sideways, so it goes back and forwards, back slightly, nothing holding it down. I don't know that's what's happening there. Oh. Take the brake off, you see that? Yep. Another one from Bedford. You look at the rear wheels of those engines, you've got to build that wheel. It's all triangles, isn't it? If you're interested in computers at all, it's the wheels. It ain't nothing new. It's all triangles, isn't it? Going backwards and forwards, crossways from one side of the wheel to the other, from one side of the hub to the other. And can you imagine what the casting box looks like? Because my car, and I've think about it, have you got a casting box? And they, oh yeah, we've got one. There it is. I'd love to see how on earth they managed to arrange that and make that work. Because having done that, of course, you know what to do the whole thing, but look at the actual guys doing that sort of thing. So, how they actually did that, I don't know. Just skills getting lost now, because this steam business has been going away for quite a long time, and of course the police to know all these things are no longer around, which is a bit of a problem. For instance, if you want a new flywheel, there's only one place in the country now that can cast flywheels. Okay, what's difficult about that? Well, you've got a great big lump of metal in the middle, and you've got a great big lump of metal around the outside. You've got to fill the spokes up without any air bubbles at all. It's quite, not easy. Not easy. And now we have a foul locomotive, no, FOW, yeah. We had the whole collection of foul locos here at one of the valleys years ago. You can always tell if one of the numbers stacked up, it was 98 or 63 or something. Depending where it came in the sequence of stuff being built by the company. Well, we let these two last ones line up and then we'll have a little bit more whistle up.
No, you can't come in now.
It's all exciting. doing a radio broadcast on one of these guys, he came up, he said, oh, can I have a whistle up? Yes, I don't know what the compressors did on the transmitter. Must have clipped it like crazy. If he got that up. Britannia had one. When we used to know what we were doing, we used to manufacture all sorts of things. What do we manufacture nowadays? Mistakes in hardware use of paper. Now we have another little engine. I think that one will be coming here. This is Sandy Ross. This is a roller. Nobody's coming in. Don't be shy, Sandy, come on in. Nobody's listening, nobody gets. No, we don't. Alright guys, whistle up if you can in 3, 2, 1. The arena entrance clear, please, as engines are leaving, ready to go back to their stands.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bedford Steam Rally. We're about to commence with guys that would like to do possibly a slow race to start with. Would like to line up back against one edge of the arena. traction engine there, which is commonly seen on the thrashing drum, this engine, all over the country. He does many, many miles with this. Right, with the 4 engines that are going to do the race, we've got the Burrell Road Locomotive, or train engine, without its jib, His Majesty. That's it, thank you very much, to the whistle. We've also got the Fowler Road engine stroke crane to reach the other side is the winner. So we've placed these 4 engines along one side of the arena. We do this game down in Sussex. There's, you might find that some of the teams have methods to sabotage the greatest challenge, and so the engine drivers have wooden blocks that they will drive their engines in front of other engines to stop them. When I was a small boy, this was a complete and utter scandal. Right, so if everybody's ready on this side of the arena, give us a whistle. Set. 1, 2, 3, go! Got a lovely bit of music playing now to aid these engines across, and we can see that Surprise has just set off. He's in bottom gear. These engines have 2 speeds, and slow and very slow. So he's in the very slow gear. The flywheel's turning very majestically and very gently there. He's out many, many miles, so very, very experienced, so he should be very good at this. Speed. So he has a very high top gear for going very fast, for getting home from a job, for delivering things very quickly, and he's also got a middle gear for hill climbing and a low gear for pulling extremely heavy loads. He's got 3 speeds as well, so he's actually proving to us that although his fastest gear is capable of probably something like 30 miles an hour, which for a steam engine is incredible. I think we can see our first bit of mischief coming along. So each of these engines, they have a wooden block because the handbrakes aren't very good. Like in your modern car, they rely on Ferodo brake pads to hold your thing on the hill, whereas these engines just have a wooden block that rubs on the back wheel or on a drum. So they all carry a handbrake, i.e. a wooden block, which is very useful. The boat is in the lead, which actually makes him the loser so far. Probably the winner is the Fowler crane engine up there. You don't know? We've got Majesty, but unfortunately I think it's about to be sabotaged by Wes. Oh, and they're chucking coal at each other now. So will this block stop him, or will he drive up over it? And the flywheel never stopped, so that's good, he's not disqualified. Better luck next time, Wes. Very well controlled there. I think the crane engine, the Fowler over here, is still in the lead. Come on, Wes, pay attention. He makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Well, the Foden's reached the other side, so valiant effort, but unfortunately you've come 4th, followed up by what I'm guessing is going to be Surprise. Bless him, he's making the most of every last inch of this arena, and well done. He's still got about 10 feet to go. It's incredible how slow these engines can go in bottom gear, and yet in top gear they're a thunderous contraption capable of putting many tons up big hills and delivering things everywhere and anywhere.